Okay, thank you everybody for being here. This is another day in paradise, another episode of Another Day in Paradise. Today we want to review a movie that you actually gave me the advice to watch, which is Look Up. Don't Look Up or Look
Don't
Up?
look up.
Don't Look Up, yes, sorry. And starring DiCaprio and a bunch of celebrities, of course. So this was... would you say it's a high budget movie or
Well, they have a lot of known
Yeah.
actors.
yeah, they have a lot of very famous
a lot of
actors like
sound
A-list,
not sound effects,
Visual
but
effects.
Visual
Yeah.
effects also.
a lot of great visual effects. Very it's like a satire of so let's start here. Can you give us the plot? Like what do you think is a good summary of the movie?
Even for the people that haven't watched it yet. Do
Well,
we
without
ruin it?
revealing the end, of course. But what is the movie about roughly?
About Earth being in danger
Mm-hmm.
and how people react to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's it's a very funny movie, but also very scary movie at the same time. So the
Like-
movie is about like a meteor hitting, or kind of like Armageddon.
Mm.
But what if Armageddon was in real life, like where not everybody is paying attention, not everybody is giving it the attention it deserves, and it reflects something interesting about how society. We have access to a lot of information,
Mm.
but we don't necessarily do the right thing with this information.
Mm.
And so DiCaprio was playing a role of a scientist, and they were with his PhD
Candidate.
yeah, and some very funny things where they at the beginning of the movie they pretended like everything went like Armageddon. Okay, like people took them seriously. They were right away put in a plane to go talk to and meet the president of the United States, so the leader of the free world and the most powerful woman in the planet. And at the end, like everything went well, and then they realized we could peek behind the curtains and we could see that in reality it's not necessarily the most important or the most urgent I would say situation that is taken as very urgent. So they were waiting, and then they were told that I'm really sorry, but this is not going to happen today. You have to wait tomorrow. And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, we're talking about like the end of the human race on the planet in, I think it was 6 months and change. And then we realize what is the order of priority. And the order of priority of a society is not necessarily the order that it should be in. It's actually what makes you it's a mix of entertainment, a mix of what makes you, like, sometimes we see I loved how they how at one point, without spoiling the whole movie, but they went to a show like almost like Good Morning America or whatever. And they were like very serious scientists, but also some people like in a way like stars, etc. And they were like programmed between different guests, and Ariana Grande was also one of the guests. And
As with another name, obviously.
yeah, with another name, but she was like a celebrity and artist, and they paid more attention to her and her love life than to literally like the end of human race. And it's I think it's a symbol of like global warming and all this so this is we don't pay attention to that. And sometimes, well, we do, but we pay more attention to celebrity gossip and other things like that. And oh, this rapper had a diamond encrusted in his forehand, and this is gonna make news. But somebody who will discover a cure to cancer, who will make like a very scientific, like a tremendous scientific discovery, will be in the fourth page of a newspaper, and the front page will be like, oh, this celebrity is cheating on his wife. Really, like who? Which one we should put together? Like we should reorganize our priorities there. So, but what did you think about the movie as an entertainment value? Was it entertaining?
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining. I think they managed to put a quite a serious topic,
Yeah.
or concern for all of us humans in a as they call it, a dark comedy.
Yeah, dark humor
style.
for sure.
So it's kind of, it was funny, but it was serious. It made you think.
Yeah, yeah. It makes you really think,
Mm.
and it makes you also realize, like in those Good Morning America and all the other shows, they mix between some serious things and some not serious things. They mix between guests who are like just gossiping and oh my god, I can't believe they did this, and they mix them with somebody who's very serious, who made a big leap in the science world, and he discovered maybe like some kind of genetic thing, or he made some very, very interesting discoveries, or in this case, global warming. Somebody who would come for global warming, they try to give it a twist, like, okay, and how about aliens? Do aliens really exist? Like, dude, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to give you a dose of reality. And no, okay, but we have to sugarcoat everything and we have to make everything entertaining. But some things are just not entertaining. And to be quite honest about the movie, and then we will go deeper into the theme, I thought the movie was a little bit long.
Yeah.
I think it was over 2 hours. I would, I mean, of course, it's very. It's not really my place to say that, but if I were in the final cut process, I would definitely make it like maybe 30 minutes shorter, like an hour 45. It would be a lot better to condense everything. Sometimes I had some scenes that I think were a little bit boring, and a little bit long. But I thought that the theme was very cool, very interesting. So you work in the entertainment business in a way. So do you think that people give value to the things that should be given value? Or do you think that sometimes some rappers or some musicians, they create the buzz, they want attention, so they create fake feuds and fake, like just to create...
Yeah, I mean it's true. Like for at least, I mean for at least the music business, like rap music. A lot of the rappers become not a lot, but some of the rappers become popular because some real event in their life happened that was really kind of not stands out, like really dramatic actually. I'll give you an example. For instance, if you know The Baby, have you heard of The Baby before?
Is it the girl who was
No,
like
it's a
in
guy.
Dr. Phil?
No, The Baby is a rapper.
Is a rapper?
From
Because there was
Charlotte,
also
North
a rapper.
Carolina.
Okay.
From Charlotte, North Carolina,
Okay,
where I
okay.
used to live. And it was an unfortunate event where he killed someone at a Walmart. Someone that
Oh,
was
yeah,
trying
I
to
think I heard about it. Okay.
was trying to rob him. He was with his wife and his kids, and so the other guy two guys had guns, and so he
Okay.
protected himself.
Okay. So it was self-defense.
It was
Okay.
self-defense, but still, like that's what made big labels pay attention to him.
Yeah.
And it's the same
Interesting.
story for like 50 Cent, for French Montana, all these people.
Mhm.
Like they had like some really dangerous, violent events happening in their personal life, and that's
what
made
gives them the spotlight.
And actually, who should we blame? Should we blame the record labels because they're signing something that people are paying attention, because people are drawn towards this type of events? You know, they become curious. They want to know. They want to listen to their music. They want to know everything about them. So, and that's the same thing the movie is saying is putting for me in a way, like, who should we blame? Should we blame the entertainers, or should we blame the people that actually demanding
That's true.
these
That's true.
types of entertainment? You know?
In a way, that's the question that I keep asking about reality TV.
Yeah,
Everybody agrees, oh, this is trash, this is trash. But it only exists because people watch it.
exactly.
So if this is trash, just think about how many people watch it. They make millions of dollars. So that's why they create more and more of them and more of them and more of them, because they are successful. So people must watch them. But and also like gossip magazines, like everybody thinks, oh yeah, I'm not gonna read this. But a scientific magazine and a gossip magazine, I don't have the numbers on me right now, but I'm pretty sure that I just want to throw a number, but I would say a lot more people pick up a gossip magazine than a science magazine. Like I know in Morocco we have like Voici, Gala, etc., etc., and we have Science et Vie Junior and Science et Vie. I'm sure they sell like for every 50 Voici, Gala, and all those gossip magazines that are being picked up, maybe one or two Science et Vie is being picked up. And in this Science et Vie, there's probably like, I don't know, some great discoveries and some great things that could really be interesting, and great advances, like some Nobel Peace Prizes right on those magazines, etc. But we would still want to know who Johnny Depp is dating, and who Catherine Zeta-Jones is pregnant. Is she pregnant again? Oh my God, she lost weight, she gained weight. Who gives a who gives a shit about that? And like, of course, we are all kind of curious, and it's fine. But I think the proportion of the information that we consume and the information that we have available, like we consume a lot more. I mean, I want to say like useless information and like just gossip and all those things, and internet opened up our eyes, and we have access like never before to information, and we still choose to read, like go on whatever Instagram and swipe on people, and who pretend to be happy and to pretend to be funny and to pretend to be cute, and we don't pick up on real articles that could really be interesting. So yeah, this obviously this movie is pointing out the global warming, but it's a symbol of global warming. But I would argue that it's also a symbol of many other things that are very, very urgent, and that us as a humanity, as human beings, we should tackle. But we are very distracted by that. And in that movie, without spoiling the whole movie, the scientist played by DiCaprio lost his way a little bit, and he ended up being sucked in the system of entertainment of, okay, you know what, we just want to make it fun, make it entertaining. It doesn't matter what you say, just make it fun, make it entertaining. And he ended up being sucked in, and then he went back to being like crazy frustrated. Like, how can you not realize we are telling you we are all gonna die, and you're telling me, okay, are the aliens, do the aliens exist, and how can you make it entertaining? And or you're cute, what do you wear, what do you like? This is but this is the world we live in, and internet gave us like great access, but again, we still only go in circle and reading the same stupid things, and it's good to have a little bit of that. It's like if you have the way I look at it, it's like dessert and vegetables and meat. Dessert is always, it tastes good, but you can't have dessert all the time. You should have it a little bit and in small quantities. You should have your scientific, interesting, like informative literature that we should read, we should consume. We can't just watch only the Avengers and all these kind of movies. We should sometimes watch a good documentary, read a good book. We can't just be eating like easy food, or like food that is not healthy for you if you consume too much of it. And the way I look at entertainment is it's good, but sometimes you need to educate yourself through the media that we have available for us. And But yeah, the movie was great. It was really funny, a little bit long, and obviously we will not spoil the ending for people who did not watch it yet. But if you didn't, I would definitely recommend watching it. Would you recommend
Yeah,
people
yeah,
to go
for
watch
sure.
it?
Yeah, just like I did, just like I told
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I watched it. I don't remember who recommended it to me. I can't remember who,
but
yeah,
yeah,
I
we
watched
did
it.
watch it last night. It's on Netflix for people who live in Morocco, people who live in the States and in Europe. I'm sure if we have it, you have it. So go ahead and watch it on Netflix. Great movie, um, and it makes us really think about what we give the importance to. Um, the next movie we're gonna watch, probably together. We still need to figure out when, but we might do a review on this one too. It's the Matrix one.
Yeah, but we did watch another movie 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, we did watch another movie. Which one is
Spider-Man.
it? Spider-Man.
Mm.
I don't remember the name
No
of
Way Home or something like
The
that.
Way Home. Pretty cool movie.
I
Did you
loved
like
it,
it?
man. I wasn't expecting it to be as good, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. I don't know if I watched all of them, all the Avengers superhero movies, because I know the Avengers I heard are really good. But yeah, I really watched. I really enjoyed it. Again, a bit long, if you ask
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
I don't
pretty
know
long.
what's wrong with those movies now. They're making
Yep.
them a bit longer than
Mm-hmm.
usual. Usually a movie was like an hour and a half. Now it's more like 2 hours and
And a
sometimes
half.
2 hours and a half. But it's action packed, pretty cool. I thought the the way they brought. I don't know if we should say it. People probably watched it already. Should we spoil
Spider-Man?
that thing? Yeah, the Spider-Man thing. The fact that they anyways,
No, that's not. I
it's
know what you're trying to say.
we shouldn't say it, but anyways, I think it's pretty cool. Um,
Pretty creative.
very creative, pretty funny at times,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a little bit of issues with it. So, anyways, starting from this point, if you haven't watched it, this is a spoiler alert, and I will reveal some details that you might not want to be revealed. I will not reveal the end, and everybody obviously knows the end. The hero ends up winning, so no surprise there. But starting from this point, I will reveal 2 or 3 details that if you didn't watch it yet and you don't want to have them revealed, you can pause it and give us a like, give us a thumbs up, and then go on your way. But they revealed 3, the last 2 Spider-Mans. And I think it was a very creative way. And what I thought was very funny is that the previous Spider-Mans, they also pointed out some problems with the scenario, I would say. Like, for example, they said one of the Spider-Man could like throw webs from his body, from his wrists, and the other ones needed the suit. So there was a little bit of a problem in the scenarios there, and then they made fun of themselves a little bit. So there was like a little bit of self humor, and like they made fun of the fact that it was not really coherent. Like, how come like one of them could like throw it, like he was bit by a spider and he became like a spider almost, and he had like the power of the spider, but the other one still needed a suit. So were they really Spider-Man, or was the suit like what gave them the power? So it was a little bit interesting there. So they made fun of this little detail, which was pretty cool, I think. And of course, another thing that I thought was a little bit it didn't really make that much sense. Again, for people who did not watch it, don't listen to this part. You can pause the movie. You can pause the podcast. Sorry. When Spider-Man was supposed to be, how can I say that? There was a spell by Doctor Strange, and he said, okay, I don't want anybody to remember me. Okay, no, because his identity was revealed, so he was in danger, and everybody was not in danger, but everybody was attracted to him. And some people said, oh, is he really good for the society? Is he really bad, etc.? And he got too much attention with the helicopters above his apartments and all that. and he said, okay, I want nobody to remember me. No, 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 wait. And he was making the spell, and he's like, no, 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 I want just my mom to remember me, or just my girlfriend and my best friend and this. And he started adding things, and that's what made Doctor Strange mess up his spell. I thought that part was a little weak. Like, it was a little bit annoying, to be honest, because I thought that part was, they could have thought of something more clever, like to miss the spell. Maybe somebody else could make a spell, but again, like he messed up the spell. Now all the bad guys from previous previous Spider-Mans, but
other universes.
Yeah, other universes, they came back, etc., etc. But I thought the idea of trying to make somebody who's really bad good, I thought that was pretty cool. And it also reflects like on, can people really change, which is existential question. Like, nobody is 100% good, nobody was 100% bad. I think that would have been even a better message. Like, they appear to be bad, but if you dig deep inside their reasoning, you will discover that nobody is inherently bad 100% or inherently good. Like, these are conditions that make them that way or this way. To create like a special formula, a special thing that you can put in a lab, that you can cook in a lab, and you give it to them, and then they are all fantastically good. I thought that was a little bit too. It's like a child version of things. I think trying to resonate with them, trying to talk to them and see the reason why they are acting in a negative way would have been even better morality to this thing. But just to come up with a lab vaccine in a way and make them all good, it was maybe not the best route, but overall the movie was pretty good, and the action was actually really good as usual. The special effects were good. So yeah, I think Spider-Man is good. Did you watch the other Avengers?
No, I have never watched the Avengers. Actually.
Yeah, but
I've watched the X-Men. I like.
Yeah, the X-Men is good. X-Men is good.
I watched the TV series on Netflix. Some of them, like Iron Fist.
Yes.
Daredevil. Jessica Jones. I don't know if you've.
Yeah.
I like the Marvel.
The Marvel universe. You like it. Yeah. I think the Avengers is definitely I think on the. It's
is
like.
Is it on Netflix?
No, it's not.
It's not.
You know, I wish it were. If it were, I would definitely watch them. I saw some. Of course, you can go online and find some kind of version, but it's like a beat up version and it's not good. I want to watch it in good conditions because I don't want to waste them. I want to watch them in English, not in French or any other language. I don't want to watch them with subtitles, ideally. I want to watch them in English and in pretty good quality. I don't mean 4K, but just like HD, 1080, it would be really good. So these kind of movies, I'm saving them to watch them in the ideal conditions. So yeah, I think we should we should definitely watch them. And what did you think? Let's finish with this. What did you think about Scorsese, who said I think he said something like the Avengers and superhero movies, etc. Like those are like junk food. They are not real cinema. They are not like real movies. It's just like
I don't know,
fake,
Avengers,
because they are all fake.
Speak of them, but like the X-Men for me, it's. But they're not real movies. They're characters that were in comic books that were brought to.
No, but what I'm saying is that the special effects are so ingrained in those movies that there is very little room for real acting and real emotions and real this and real that.
I can understand.
I think that's what he meant, but I'm sure.
Yeah, but I don't think they should be judged on the same criteria as other movies. You know, like, because for me, like, they are an extension of the Marvel characters. You know.
Yeah.
They're not like A movie is usually you have like maybe inspired from a book or
No, I know, but I think what he meant is like the computer has such a dominant place in these movies that usually one actor was so good that he would take you in his universe, and like if you watch like Charlie Chaplin, like special effects at that time were very very limited, but he could still take you in that. They were very creative with the decor, very creative with the animations. He just like made a little bit of music and he takes you into his universe. Now you want an explosion, you have an explosion. You want to pretend to have a green screen and have like New York skyscrapers, you can have New York skyscrapers. You want now they use less creativity, I guess. So he said it's like junk food because it's like easy but not really healthy. Like it satisfies you, but it's not what's good for you. It doesn't satisfy your soul. I see where he's coming from. I agree in a way. Although I have never been an actor, but I think to act in front of a green screen with somebody who, like, they say, okay, try to visualize you are on top of a building, and I think it's even harder than to really have the person like, okay, now we are in the streets and I'm acting in front of you. To pretend like you're running away from Godzilla. I'm sure it's a little bit more challenging, and and in reality you're surrounded by green screen and you have to jump on small boxes covered in green, etc., that are later gonna be a car or gonna be this. I think it's even more challenging than to have a real set, etc. But again, I think a movie needs to be entertaining, and if it's entertaining, it doesn't matter how they did it. If they manage to entertain you for an hour and a half, or now the movies are like a little bit longer, but if they manage to grab your attention for that long and like really entertain you, that's all that matters. I don't really care how you do it, just do it. And if I feel happy with it, then of course some movies are more into like the actors and the talent and the skill of the actor. It relies more on that and less on computer and technology. But I think you should embrace it, not fight it. I know in the last movie with the I forgot the name of the movie now, with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. Irishman, yes. I know they used computer technology to make them a little bit younger, etc., etc. So yeah, I think embrace it. Use whatever way you see fit. Just entertain me. And I think
wasn't it by
Scorsese, I think. Yeah. So Scorsese there used he used technology there too. Of course, these are really really talented actors. Everybody recognize them as being the best, if not one of the best, if not the best actors. The Al Pacino, and everybody had different styles. Sometimes people, they are a little bit annoyed, or I think they should be, as when they say one can replace the other, or one they have different styles, but they are both fantastic actors. But hey, here again they use technology. So yeah, to me, it's like music. Let's go back to music, for example. Do you think it's important if a musician or rapper really knows how to play his own instrument and he incremented his instrument, or he just grabbed some sounds that he thought were good and he put them together and he made it good? Is it really important?
I think it's a matter of evolution of things. Like today, technology just has a more important part in the creative process, whether it's music or movies or anything. Like right now, for music, I'd say like maybe 80% or 90% of the music that you hear on the radio is created using computers.
Yeah.
More than even 10 years ago. Or, at least when I started making music, I had like you had a sampler, you had a synthesizer. It was more organic or more analog,
yeah,
than digital. And but today, right now, most of the people that produce music is just with the computer and the keyboard.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's just the way things evolve. You can't help it. So if it's movies, it's probably gonna be the same thing.
Yeah,
Technology just
as long as it sounds good, it sounds good. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, if you put a lot of effort in it, it's appreciated. But if you spent 6 years to make this song, or if you spent 6 weeks or 6 days,
Mm.
hey, if the song is good, it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
This is it's hard to compete. I remember one day I was taking a class. It was a graphic design class, and I was working on a Photoshop thing, and we were doing special effects on Photoshop. And I selected a picture and I worked on it so much. I went into crazy little level of details, etc., etc. And I created a special effect that was good. And the professor was like, "Yeah, very good. You got an A, good." And the guy next to me, he took a picture. He applied a special effect that was um, pre-programmed in a way. He downloaded from a software. He plugged it in Photoshop. It's add-on, etc. Anyways, and he got a pretty cool special effect, and he got A2. And I told her, I said, I worked on this for 2 weeks, and we had sessions of 4 hours, so twice a week. So I worked for many hours on this one picture, and I got an A. He worked on it 5 minutes, and he got an A. She said, it looks good. It looks good. It's special effects. I mean, good job. Now you did it the hard way, but if it looks good, it looks good. It's not cheating. The result is what matters, unfortunately.
Yep.
So as long as it's yours, you are the proprietary of this thing. There's no copyright thing, etc. If it's yours, you made it. Fine. If it sounds good, if it looks good. So yeah, those movies are getting pretty damn good. The special effects are getting pretty cool. I think we still need to rely on the skills of the actors. And one might say even more now than ever, because now you have to pretend like you are talking to a monster and you are talking to a green screen. So I think it's a different kind of job, and one might say it's maybe even harder. And some actors, I heard that they don't even like to do those special effect movies. They are not as fun as regular movies, I would say, because again, they are locked up in a studio pretending to do this, pretending to do that, while other movies, they are, collaborating with real people. So anyways, cool. This is a pretty short episode. We're going to stop here for today, if it's okay with you. Sure. That was pretty cool. I will have another episode up hopefully soon. We'll try to do one every week. So this is one I did, a special one with Madi. He was in town, and all right, take it easy. I'll see you soon.